There's just a lot of stuff going on in Bonner County right now. I want to start by acknowledging the work that was done by the two IT teams to do some migration to improve our infrastructure. It is nice to see them working together so that we can improve processes for the county. You'll notice, hopefully, we are working to have better transparency for meetings. So if you go to the Bonner County homepage, you can see there is a scroll down menu. Our website is clunky. We are working on that. We acknowledge it. Everything takes time and money, and in government, we are not a sports car. So we are working on that. And in regards to Sherry's question, my hope is that on that homepage, that there would be an attached agenda for the stuff minus the, there are some confidential purchases so that for public safety or technology or whatever. I would like us to get there. We are moving there. But like I said, we're more of an 18-wheeler rather than a Corvette. So BCAT met last week, and BCAT is the Bonner County Area Transportation. And there is a lot of projects going on within Bonner County, which is exciting. And Bonner County is eligible to potentially get another, it's not a free bridge because it comes from the taxpayer, but because of the surplus, there is a possibility that Bonner County will get another bridge upgraded. I'm looking at Matt. I think we have 3 right now, and potentially, and some of this is going to be coming forward, that we could be getting up to 5 bridges being replaced. Bonner County has a lot of bridges, and there is nothing cheap about a bridge, but all of us who drive across them need them to operate in that manner. The Independent Highway District is working on doing a bridge on Schweitzer. I mean, there is the amount of work that's going on to improve roads is incredible. With that being said, the amount of additional traffic on our roads that are making them fall apart is also incredible. There is going to be a construction team meeting that has not been held for the last 3 years for BCAT, where the different entities are going to work together to work with utilities such as Northern Lights and Avista so that they can plot and plan out how to most effectively work on these road projects specifically. And on Friday, I was able to I volunteered and received elections training that was put on by our elections department. And I would echo Commissioner Williams' words. We need volunteers. It's an impressive process, which I'm not going to muddle because I was asked not to muddle it, but there are a lot of safeguards from the beginning, and it's a neat process as an ex-government teacher to get to look at how regimented and controlled our process is. It's just cool. So I would advocate that people do so. I will be attending the business meeting on the 16th. After I help set up, and then I will be returning and I will be doing what I'm told. I am not a judge, I am a peon, and I'm looking forward to just participating in our election that way. I voted yesterday, and what I did notice is that shrinkflation has occurred because my I voted sticker last year was about 2 inches by 2 inches, and this year it's about 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch. So that is hitting us as well. Now, in regards to the fairgrounds, I received a response, and this is from Tiffany Brunson. In response to your voicemail and text on Friday, April 21st, Bonner County has not yet submitted an extension request for RV 23-1-09-1 Bonner County Fairgrounds Campground expansion. When an extension request is submitted, Bonner County will have to provide justification as to why there has been a delay in starting the project and assurances the project can be completed within the budget as scoped in the original application. A fair and open bidding process should give the applicant the information necessary to determine if the project can be completed on time and within the budgeted amount. Given the current construction climate, many projects have been unable to proceed due to rising costs. In those cases, the project either needs to be withdrawn or the applicant will have to provide the project overrun. So I met with Jeff Jensen, and I also worked with Spencer Ferguson, who is our in-house engineer. After attending one of the fairground meetings, I asked the fairground how many vehicles and how much parking is needed on the existing site. And so here, and I messed this up in the meeting. So worst case data, 2022 radio visitor equals 2,400 plus 100 vendors, 2,500 humans. So based on that, with persons per car, if it's 2 persons per car, you would need approximately 1,300 spaces. If there are 3 persons per car, you would need approximately 900 spaces. And so then this lays out the amount of spaces that there are. There would be a deficit of spaces. The current fairgrounds, and this is assuming that everybody parks perfectly, which if you've ever been to the fairgrounds, not everybody parks perfectly. There are some of us that were not destined to back up short horse trailers. I am a person who was meant to drive a trailer forward. And there are other people that have similar circumstances and skills. Now, I also spoke with Jeff Jensen, and I asked him in regards to create a mock-up. This is a mock-up. This is not a will. There is no shall. This is a if. I believe in a win-win, which is why I brought this forward. Our current Bonner County Courthouse is approximately 45,000 square feet. This is a mock-up, a potential. There's been no money spent yet. This footprint could be a future justice center with a ground floor footprint of 50,000 feet with 200 parking spots. The campground exists, win-win, and there are still acreage that is left over. Now, speaking with Mr. Jensen, and in regards to the timelines associated with the grant application for IDPR, there is not time within this cycle to meet the requirements of the Idaho Parks and Recreation grant if we were to re-engineer that grant. So in order for us to even have an option, and it can still be a no, people, but in order for us to even have any possibility of receiving the $473,000, this project had to move forward. I did speak with the clerk. I attended the Fair Board workshop very briefly yesterday, and it was great to see a full board laid out doing the business of the fair. And then I left. So I don't know how it ended up, but I will be there on Monday. I have worked with the clerk so that we can get some dates, because that meeting still is going to take place. But in regards to whether or not, if the grant was dismissed prior to the meeting, well, we wouldn't have even had to have the meeting. So we will have the meeting. The Board of Commissioners will speak on it. The Fair Board will speak on it. I don't know how that's going to go, but I will be there on Monday, May 8th, and I will look to see which direction we go. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.